Hello. Looking from here, I see there are many people from different countries. Together with my creator friends, I created a media on information on Japanese islands. Do you know how many islands in Japan? 300? Globally, island is defined as a land smaller than Australia. Japan is made of all islands. There are 6,852 islands. But when you collect islands where people are living on, there are 430 of them. The furthest island where people are living is still in Tokyo, which is 1,000 kilometers to the south, and only the transport services are available once every 6 days. But because it's still Tokyo, the plate number is Shinagawa. But if you try to go there, it's farther than get to Brazil. So we made a media regarding Japanese islands. What we made it to start this is started just a mere accident. I met a friend who was about to move to a remote island. So I was going to visit the island and look for the information on the island, but I couldn't find much about it. So without knowing much about it, I visited the island. The island is located in the Setonaikai, Inland Sea. It took 30 minutes to get there from port by ship. It seems lots of fruits grow there, and a stranger gave us tangerine oranges. I asked the old man, "What kind of island is this?" He said, "This is a treasure island." The gift of a tangerine orange was not a special thing. He told us sometimes he found many fishes or vegetables at his doorstep. So we thought that the island is wonderful. But we could not find any information about it in the internet. Why? So we thought of why. In this world, there are places like big cities and also small islands like these islands. In the internet, the world, like information, regardless of cities or islands, huge amount of data is gathered. So when the information of the remote islands upload there, but it's lost in lots of information. So we decided to collect such data so that it won't be lost. So we created this newspaper. Then we started to visit many islands. This is Agashima, part of Japan. The solitary island in the distant ocean. 170 people live there. Much less people in the audience here. In the bad weather, the ship cannot access there 2-3 weeks. Then shops on the island become empty. So I said to them, "It is a hard life, isn't it?" But they laughed and said, "That's the way we live here." This is Hachijojima, where criminals are used to be sent there. There's a custom here to entertain visitors from outside. Even now, when ships are not leaving for days, some village provides a feast to people who cannot go back. There are countless festivals are held in the islands. The adults of the community cooperate each other and perform events. And children grow up seeing how serious they work in those events. Many of those events are to wish happiness and well-being of the islands. They sing and dance and pray to the nature, ancestor, and multitude of gods, so that island is blessed with fertility. The fishing boats come home safely, and their family and friends live in good health. Then we created a small newspaper based on what we learned from people of islands. As there is not much information before, Many people appreciated it, which made us happy. But not only that, there's something that I gained for myself. I was born in a countryside in Kyushu, and not island. However, I went to city urban area at 18 and went to school and started my career. I was very busy in working. In big cities, there are many shops, many things, many events, and I was very sleeping as busy in pursuing many of those and new things while I was working. But sometimes I wondered. I asked myself, what is important for me? He recently started a tofu shop in a remote island of Kagoshima. In his island, there is no high school. But among 430 inhabitants in islands, only 35 have high school. So most of islands without high school. He, just like me, went to school in a city. And when he went back to the island one day, his father in a construction business was working on the construction of the port and destroyed his favorite scenery. He was shocked and asked the father, why? And he just said, I did it for you. Raising children is hard, regardless of the places. But raising children in an island without high school is difficult. But Japan as a whole is aging with a low birth rate. But nevertheless, he went back to protect what's important for him, went back to islands and started his business and working very hard every day. Islands made me realize many things. What matters in your life is not something new or abundance. Even though the islands is a father or small, we have to cherish land, family, or friends that you love. Small islands, not many things, but the precious sense of value is there that where the urban people in the urban about to lose. And today there are many people from countries here, and through the stream I see people around the globe is watching this. I would like you to take one thing home today. Japan is made of lots of islands, and every one of them is a treasure island. It was great pleasure to share that with you. Thank you very much.